Okay. Students, can you see the PowerPoint slides?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. Okay. So we were learning about the sales forecasting methods. The first among them is the qualitative forecasting methods. Okay, they are primarily subjective. Okay, means there is no calculations involved. They rely on judgment and opinion. So as I was talking, okay, so usually for first time products, okay, new to the world products, okay, like when imagine when the mobile phone was the first commercially launched into market by, okay, Motorola. So there are no historical data or there are no data on past sales for mobile phones as it was a new to the world product. So in such a case, okay, the top level management, okay, so they hold a meeting, and in the meeting they estimate the sales for the next 1 year or next few years, okay, based on some judgment and opinion of the experts. But these are not ordinary people. So these are like managing director, chief executive officer, maybe chief marketing officer, okay, so and experts in the area, okay, so like that. Business analysts, okay, and so on. So they give their judgment and opinion how many units the company may sell in next 1 year or in next few years. Accordingly, the company considers that as a forecasting figures. Then second method of forecasting are time series. Okay, so time series forecasting methods use historical demand only. Okay, you might have studied it in school days also. Okay, like last 4 years sales are given and you have to predict the sales for fifth year and represent the same through a graph. I hope you might have learned in class. Okay, school days. So time series forecasting methods use historical demand only. Historical demand means, say for example, okay, now for Maruti Suzuki India Limited, okay, so it's trying to estimate demand for next 1 year. So it can use the demand for its products in the last few years, including previous year. Okay, that is what we call, sorry, excuse me, using historical demand. But remember, time series use only historical data. Then the third method of forecasting is causal. Okay, causal methods use the relationship between demand and some other factor to develop forecast, but not exactly the product. So causal methods use a relationship between demand and some other factor to develop forecast for its product. Say for example, Castrol company, okay, is a market leader in lubricants and engine oils in India. Okay, so how Castrol may develop a forecasting for its products, which are lubricants and engine oils. Okay, so the demand for lubricants definitely, okay, is related to the number of new vehicles purchased. I hope you can understand. So Castrol company may get information, take information on number of vehicles registered in the country in last 1 year. So there is a relationship between the demand for lubricants and engine oils and the number of new vehicles registered. So using this relationship between the demand for its products and the number of new vehicles registered, company like Castrol can develop a sales forecasting figure. Okay. So anybody would like to give another example? Causal methods by using relationship between demand and some other factor, how forecasting can be developed. So I gave the example of how demand for Castrol company. I hope you have heard the company name, Castrol. Okay, in the market leader in India in lubricants and engine oils. Most of the time when you refill your engine oil, okay, or lubricant, okay, in your two-wheeler or car, it is Castrol. There are competitors also, but anyway. Any other example? Relationship between demand and some other factor, like as I said, okay, demand for lubricants and engine oils and number of vehicles registered. That information you can get from RTO. Okay, it's okay. So now let's go to the last method, simulation. Okay, simulation is a method where, okay, in simulation, The managers combine time series and causal methods. Time series, okay, which uses historical data only, as well as causal methods that use relationship between demand and some other factor. The way I explained the example of Castrol engine oils. So in simulation, companies combine time series and causal methods. Okay, say for example, what will be the impact of a price promotion? What will be the impact of price promotion? Say for example, when the company develops a forecasting for a product which is already existing in the market, they use historical demand data to predict the sales for next year. And that demand can be definitely, okay, so, and okay, that sales forecasting figure will be there. But the company will also be planning for some sales promotion offers during the next year. So when the sales promotion offers increase the demand more than normal, so it means there is going to be additional sales more than the sales forecasted figures. So that is the reason why, to find out the relationship between demand and the sales promotion offer, they use causal method, and for normal sales forecasting figures, they use time series. So this way, in simulation method, companies use time series and causal methods combined way or together. The best example here is what I explained, what will be the impact of price promotion. Okay, so these are, yeah, these are the sales forecasting methods. We, as I mentioned, just a glance at them. If you have any doubts, you can let me know. Okay, so in next class, we are going to learn about the basic approach to demand forecasting, or how demand forecasting is usually done in a company. Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
No. Okay, so then can we conclude today's class?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. Okay, so marketing students will meet at 12:30. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
For
sir.
yeah, for rest
Okay, sir.
all, happy weekend. Okay.
Happy weekend, sir.
Happy
Thank you,
weekend
sir.
to all.
Wish you the same.
Yes. Yeah. Bye bye. So I'm going to. You can log out and join the next class. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.